Does what you do at night make you feel like the person that you want to be? Now, for a long time, I did not take this conversation seriously. My evening routine looked a whole lot like this. It was a combination of disaster, a lot of drinking, tablespoon of regret, dash of delaying all the things that I didn't feel like doing, pushing them off until the morning. If I cooked dinner, did I clean it up? No. Why would I clean it up? Why would I clean up the dishes at night when I could just stack them in the sink and squirt a bunch of suds all over them and then put all the hot water on it? And, it's almost like I thought that maybe those bubbles that would come up were going to be like the magic scrubbing bubbles on TV and they would just take care of the mess. I don't know why I thought that's what was happening in the sink, but that's what I thought was happening. And you're probably laughing because either you do this, right? You just stack the dishes in the sink with all the dish soap, you put all the water in there. And if you're not the one doing that, somebody in your family probably does that. And I'm not even through the rest of my evening yet in terms of what my old evenings used to look like. And this is probably around 7 o'clock at night. So my evening routine begins by just stacking dishes, not doing them, creating this giant stack of goopy, messy bubbles and grease. And then you know what I would do? I'd start checking my email after work. Because nothing relaxes you like cracking open your laptop at night and plopping on the couch while you're trying to watch a series, answering emails. I'd pour myself a drink. I'd continue drinking. The other thing that I would do, I would endlessly scroll through my phone. Would I pack the kids' lunches? Of course not. Why would I do that? Would I put my gym bag out? I can do it in the morning. And then I would spend about an hour. Do you ever do this? Just clicking through the television. Have you ever wondered, how can there be thousands and thousands and thousands of things that are on the TV, but absolutely nothing to watch? I'd have about 1,000 thoughts hit me where I'd think, I should really go to bed. Would I go to bed? No. Would I read a book? No. I would just sit there and do nothing. Literally. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, it's midnight. I should have gone to bed earlier. And then what happens? Well, now you're all stressed out because you realize that you just wasted yet another evening. And then what happens? You're freaking wide awake. So you climb into bed, you're wide awake, you're staring at the ceiling, you realize that there are all these things that you wanted to do tonight that you didn't do. And now I'm laying in my bed and my phone is right there. And then I see that I've got my journal by the table because I'm supposed to be doing a gratitude journal. So I crack that sucker open at 12:15 at night. And what am I doing instead of doing gratitude? I'm now making a to-do list of everything that I didn't do today. Oh, I better do this. I better do that. I forgot to do this. That was my evening routine. And this really isn't a joke. Like, I'm being a little dramatic and funny about how I tell you. But if you really think about how easy it is to fall into an evening where the rhythm isn't setting you up for success, the rhythm is creating a giant mess for you to wake up to tomorrow morning. And don't tell me this isn't you or somebody that you love. And here's the other dirty little secret about your evening routine. Not only does what you do at night impact how your evening goes, but what you do at night single-handedly determines what's going to happen tomorrow morning. Because let me tell you what used to happen to me after the kind of night that I just described. So I would eventually drift off to sleep, and then all of a sudden the alarm goes off. And I say all of a sudden because it's as if morning came in the blink of an eye. And I didn't, it's like, did I even sleep? I mean, it's already morning. Oh my God. And you wake up and you have a giant anxiety attack from the moment that your eyes are open. Why? Because you're behind the ball. You're completely disorganized. You didn't get the greatest night's sleep. You walk out into the kitchen and then all of a sudden, what's in the sink? Oh, the stack of dishes from last night. And what are those dishes like? They're not clean. They are cold. And there's dirty, disgusting water that was even more disgusting than the taco meat that was stuck on the pan that you were trying to soak off. And now what do you have to do? You have to stick your hands in this cold, greasy water. That's how you start your day? And then you can't find your keys and you can't find your backpack and now you're late. And this is how you're starting your day? That was my life for a very long time. And if you stop and consider this, if you just keep waking up every day and you're not getting a great night's sleep and you're not set up for success and you never have time for yourself, no wonder you feel like you're caught on this loop of never being able to break out of it. And I don't want you to make the same mistake that I was making. I literally was making this mistake like, okay, tomorrow morning, it's the new me. Tomorrow morning, I get a fresh start. Tomorrow morning, I am going to wake up and seize the day. Well, that's only true if you did last night's dishes. If you didn't set yourself up last night, the new you is waking up and cleaning up the old messes. And I don't want you to do that. What if you looked at your evenings as an opportunity to not only wind down your day and find a little time for yourself and do a few simple, I'm talking crazy, easy things that will help you wake up feeling refreshed and empowered to attack the day. This is right before you slip into that bed and you get into those silky, amazing sheets. And by the way, one of my favorite sponsors of the Mel Robbins podcast is Cozy Earth. I want to give them a huge shout out because I love their sheets. But the final thing I want you to do before you tuck yourself in is this. Tuck in your phone. What does that mean? That means I want your phone to have its own little bed. I want you to tuck your phone in somewhere other than your bedside table or in bed with you. And don't even deny you sleep with your phone. Your phone is right within reach. I know it's true. Mine used to be too. It's really, really, really important that you stop doing this. And I am going to do an entire episode on this topic about why the phone, even just near you, is horrible, 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 horrible. And there's a bazillion reasons why. And I can tell you, one of the main reasons is blue light. The research is so scary. The blue light from your phone suppresses the production of melatonin. In fact, one study related to kids shows that kids exposed to bright light an hour before bed, their melatonin levels were suppressed by 98%. For adults, 50% suppression. And it creates fragmented sleep, which impacts your ability to fall asleep, to stay asleep, to be in deep sleep. I mean, this is a really big thing. And I'm just talking about the light. Don't even get me started about all the notifications and the bings and the booms and the this and the that. Just stop. My standard rule is this. I don't tuck myself in between those cozier sheets until I've tucked my phone in the bathroom because I don't trust myself. I'm addicted to it. I will reach for it. And if I don't tuck my phone in that bathroom before I crawl into bed, I will be scrolling on Instagram in bed, buying things at 11 o'clock at night instead of falling asleep by 10 o'clock. In fact, just the last time a couple of weeks ago, I didn't do this. I was in bed on my phone. I know I'm not supposed to be. And I was doing it anyway. And I saw these little outdoor lights that looked so incredible. They were like these lantern things. Boop, one click shop. They arrived. They're like 4 inches tall. They look nothing like they did online. And it's funny because I'm sitting here teaching you the science and the research, but I have to I cannot be trusted with my phone. And this is a problem. And that's why I've solved it by not having it near me. I've removed the temptation. And that is why step number 4, you have to tuck your phone in before you tuck yourself in. See how this all works together? And this only works if you are willing to not only be honest with yourself, but also to really take a look and truly know yourself. And this is a critical component because if you're not honest with yourself, you will be trapped in a cycle that I was trapped in for a very long time, which is you spend all day exhausted trying to get through your day, wondering why you keep waking up every morning in a mess and why you can't get out of that trap and why you're so tired at night and then why you keep wasting evenings on social media and on TV. Well, I just gave you the secret because you weren't getting intentional. Pick your bedtime and be very serious about it and experiment with it until you kind of settle into this consistent bedtime where you crawl in between the sheets and give yourself enough of a runway that works most nights for you and that gives you the 8 hours of sleep that you deserve. So let me just run through this again. After you cook dinner, clean up the mess so that you can step into something fresh tomorrow. Remember that toilet bowl? Let's clear that day out so you got a fresh new day and you wake up with a lot more time because you don't have to be cleaning up the mess. The second step, just take 5 minutes and set yourself up for success. It's such a nice thing to do. It also helps you have more time in the morning, which I know you need. The third step, take 5 for yourself before you give the time that you have, before you climb into your sheets, to your phone or Netflix. Take 5 for you. Do something that makes you feel good, that's restorative. And what you'll find is that 5 will slowly turn into 15 and then 25 and then 35. And then the next thing you know, you'll find an hour of time that really is time for you. And it becomes a very important part of your life and a way to give back to yourself. And finally, you're going to tuck your phone in somewhere else before you tuck yourself in. Go ahead and try it. Try these 4 simple steps for 4 days this week and let me know what you think. And please share this episode because these are simple steps based on research that will help you or someone you love make tonight be the most relaxing, happy, blissful, or productive night that you've had in ages, and it will absolutely set you up to wake up tomorrow morning and feel supported, refreshed, and awesome. I want you to stop and think about what you're doing every evening. Is it serving you? Is it setting you up for success? Does it help you have a more relaxing evening?